Hello everyone and welcome to our Sunday evening Medusa Games stream. So you're back again with Jane and Richard. Last week we talked about playing games in a COVID world using online tools to play board games with people even if you can't be in the same room as them, and in particular the way that we had adapted some of our games to be played on Tabletopia. What we're going to do tonight is show you a demonstration of the two-player version of our card game Tinker Tailor using the Tabletopia system. We already have a room set up in Tabletopia. We're ready for that, and Richard is just going to move across to that now.
Here we go. Here we are in Tabletopia. This is set up with a nice artwork from Andre Schneider with his background art that we've used to give you the feeling that you're actually playing this game in a, I don't know, a little medieval town and things with its cobbled streets. So let's just get that set up so you can see all of that. I'm going to basically now start the game. I'm just going to launch into it. So in Tinker Tailor, the game is all about collecting these goods cards. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. You should be able to see these goods cards here, and there are 5 types of goods. We can see bread, there aren't any fish out at the moment, or wine, but you can see cloth and gemstones. This is all randomised what you get out each time, and you also have money cards, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We've got a nice little spread of those. These are pirate cards, which we'll come to if they're chosen in the game. This is the rhyme card, and I as first player get that, and these are the roll cards. So in a two-player game of Tinker Tailor, you set the game out with 6 goods cards and 6 money cards, just as I have done there. I then take 4 of these roll cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm just zoom back a minute, and I'm just going to go not draw, but what is it now? Flip. Here we go. Take 4. Draw 4. That's right. That gets it into my hand. There we go. So now I can see these 4 cards, but I don't believe Jane can.
No, I can just see a blue hand moving around.
You can see a blue hand moving around. So I'm now going to have a look at these cards, and if I double click on them, it'll pop up into view there. So there's one of the cards, and I'm just having a quick look at them. I'm in an R-ring, thinking, well, that would allow me to take some things from there, which just look quite tempting. This one, not so tempting. This one here, always good to be able to pick whatever you like. And this one, okay, right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here. So what I need to do is hand these other cards over to Jane to choose, I know what these are, so for the moment I can, but in a normal game of Tinker Tailor we would be handing these over face down, so none of the other players can see what they are. But in a two-player game it doesn't actually matter, because I know what 3 I'm handing over to Jane, and she's going to get to see them straight away. So I'll just pass them across the table there like that, and I just keep that one card back here, and so she can now draw those 3 cards into her hand, and have a think about what she. So those aren't in your hand at the moment, Jane. They're just floating just off the table.
Yeah.
That's it. She's going to cogitate about what she wants to take. Now, one of the interesting things about the conversions to Tabletopia is they all have their own little challenges in converting games across. One of the little challenges we found in Tinker Tailor, although the gameplay itself is actually one of the more simpler of our games, is the fact that the it's all to do with handling cards and handing cards backwards and forwards, and that's proven a little bit fiddly in this. So as you'll see as this progresses. Yeah. So hopefully Jane has chosen one card there.
Yeah, and now again if there were more of us playing, so if there were 4 players, I would simply choose a card and then pass the remainder on to the next person.
Oh no, actually you discard one. So you're going to discard one face down.
Yes, I know, because this is 2-player. Yes. In the normal game, I would just be choosing and passing on to the next player. Yes. Here, I need to do something a bit more because we don't want Richard to know exactly what I've chosen.
Indeed.
So what I actually do is I choose one and I discard one. I then pass that remaining one across to him, along with.
And then I'll take a couple. I'll take some more from the deck in a minute.
So I am going to keep that one. I am going to.
While she's doing that, these rules, by the way, are here, and the two-player rules are here at the back of the rules section. And you can read in Tabletopia. So this is all the standard rules, and the two-player elements are shown here at the end.
So I'm going to discard that one.
So what she is doing is she is discarding one face down and handing one back to me, and I'm now going to add 3 more from the deck.
I'm going to hand that one back to you, and again, you already know what that is because it's a card you already knew about, so I don't need to worry about that.
So that's the one you're handing me back, yeah. Oh, now this is the one you're handing me, yeah. Okay. So I'll just bring down here. Oh, I'm just going to go full screen on this, which it makes it easier to handle cards, as you will see. So that means I can pull it down to there, and hopefully, oh, didn't do like that. I thought we were in full screen mode. There we go, that's better. No problem, there it is. Right, and now this is the discarded one. I'm going to draw 2 more, so I'm back with my original 4 that I started from. One of them I was the one I chose before, of course, so I'm keeping that one. That's the one that Jane has passed back to me, and I've got these are the 2 to think about here. So let's have a look at what this one is. And I quite like the sound of that one. That's always a good one to have in your hand. And this one here, not always a good one to have in the first turn of the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand to Jane that one and that one. Oh, I should have had another one. Because I should have been looking at a total of 4. There we go. There it is. Oh, sorry, that's the one you just got. I've mucked it all up already, haven't I? There it is. I'll ignore that one. Oh, now there's a temptation, isn't it? Which one of these do I do? Yeah, I'm going to go with give me that one. Okay. So, in a normal, when I say normal, I mean a 3 to 6 player game, everyone's only choosing 1 roll card, and as we will do in a minute, in each turn of the game you will be 1 roll. In a 2 player game, however, we're going to be playing 2 rolls, as we will see. So Jane, of the ones that she's got there, will be keeping 1, so she's got 2 rolls, and then she should be discarding two cards into that pile over there.
And I'm discarding them face down so that Richard does not know what I have chosen. So Richard has seen all the cards that could be in this round, but he doesn't know what I've chosen. I haven't seen all the cards. I've only seen some of them.
Yeah.
And so I'm at a disadvantage from that point of view. So now we go through with Richard reading off the rhyme and us playing our cards as they come in and doing what each one says.
So, Tinker Tailor.
Yes, I have a Tailor card.
Right. So
the Tailor lets me choose any one good from the market. So I think I'm going to go for that gem. Thank you very much.
Okay. And then she will replace just that 1 card. What do we get? We get some more cloth coming back out. Okay, and we carry on with the rain. So we have Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief, Preacher, Pirate, Outlaw, Jailer, Old Man, Young Man, Merchant is me. So I chose Merchant. So the Merchant take all the goods cards of a single type present in the market.
So I'll
just play that right there. There's a lot of cloth, so that cloth's all looking nice to me. So I'll just draw all that cloth into my hand. Okay, and then we need 3 more cards to come out of there. 1, 2, and 3. and we flip those over. We've got some wine now. We've got some fish by the look of things, and some more bread. Okay, so we were up in the rhyme to that was merchant. Okay, so let's carry on. Witch. Well, I am witch. So let's see what witch does. So witch is to take one random goods card from each player.
Well, I've only actually got one goods card at the moment,
right.
and we all know
add
what
one
that
from
is.
the hand and add one from the market. So, since you've only got the one, then you can just hand that one over. Okay, so that's going to go over here. I'm going to add one from my hand. Here we go. And one from the market. Well, that wine looks quite nice. Now, these again, I should normally be looking at these secretly in my hand, but now you can see where this particular issue I spoke about some slight challenges in Tabletopia, because I've got a deck of cards here which are my ones that are permanently mine until someone steals them off me or whatever. My the roll card, actually I can pop that one down there because I just played it, but potentially I could have another roll card in the hand, and I should really be looking at these. So at this present moment in time, potentially I could have as many as 3 hands of cards, so it can just be a little bit sort of little bit fiddly. So probably what I would have done had we needed to take a random card from Jane, is she would have put them on the table and we'd have given them a quick shuffle, and something like that. Anyway,
Or just laid them down face down on the table.
So
and
I
you
will
just pick
take that, and I will take that. Yes, I'll take that, and Jane can have that one.
So that wasn't a particularly brilliant trade for me.
And now she plays the. There is only one roll left, so I know what I think.
Hang on, we need to fill up the market.
Oh
first.
yeah, indeed. So what have we got coming out now? We've got a lot of bread. There's one fish, and there's some gemstones there. Okay, so do you want to play? Carry on with the rhyme. We're going to get to only one card left, which is actor.
And that's me. So the actor gets to redo any one roll. So I think in this case the obvious thing to do is to redo the tailor and pick up that other gem, which I had to begin with before you took it off me.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we refill the market.
Yeah, we do. Right, and then let's get these cards back together again. I'm probably going to pull all the rolls cards into this deck here. And this actually works quite well in Tabletopia, because as you hover over them, like I was doing there, whether they're upside down or the wrong way around or anything, they'll glow like that and it'll just clunk into place and be nicely organised in a deck, and then we can give it a quick shuffle. And then I'll pass that deck across to Jane, along with the roll card, the rhyme card, which she's going to be.
So I'll just turn the rhyme card around so I can see it. Okay, so I start off by drawing 4 cards into my hand.
Indeed, yep.
And I need to choose one.
Yep.
And then pass the other 3 across to Richard. And again, he knows what all of, he's going to see all of these are, and I already know what they are. So I'll just pop them down on the table. Over there we have the jailer, the actor, and the poor man.
Okay, so let's bring these into my hand a minute. Right, and I'm going to quick look at these. Okay, so that one I'm going to discard, so I'll just pop that over there in the discard. That one I'm going to hand back over to Jane, and I've kept that one there.
Okay, so I then pick up that one.
Yep.
And in addition I get to draw 2 more.
Yep.
Just do that. decided what I'm going to have there. So I'm going to give you the poor man and the tailor to look at.
Okay. Did you draw 3 cards?
No, I drew 2.
You draw 3.
I should have drawn one more.
Yeah. So normally the second player gets 3 cards to have a look at.
Right.
We'll choose one and be discarding 2 at the end of things.
Okay, in which case I will also give you this one. So you have the young man,
Yeah.
and the tailor, and the poor man over there.
Right, let's have a bit of a look at these and see what we might, what our choices are.
Now, one of the challenges of Tabletopia is that certain things that are quite easy to do in the real world can be quite complex here, and vice versa. So Tinker Tailor as a card game is actually a very easy game to play with small children and with people who are not particularly familiar, but the mechanics of handling it in Tabletopia are a little bit more challenging. Whereas a game like Great Fire, which requires a lot of setup in real life, lots of bits to put on the board, in Tabletopia you just click on it and there it is, it's all nice and neatly set up for you. So it is a little bit different what's easy to do in Tabletopia as opposed to the real world.
Right, so I have my cards.
Okay, let's set off with the rhyme then. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier. I am the soldier. We haven't had that card so far in the game. So basically the soldier can draw 3 money cards, take 1, discard 1 and give the other to the player with the least number of money cards. Now Richard, you don't currently have any money cards, do you?
Nope.
So I am going to draw 3 into my hand. Okay, so I'm going to keep 1. I'm going to discard this one.
And you put it to the left of the draw pile there. There if you like, yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry, your left.
Oh yeah, sorry. My left, you're right. Yep.
And then I will give you this one. There you go.
Okay, no, unless you give them a... Oh, can't quite see them. Oh, there it is. Right, let's draw that into the hand. Not surprisingly, just a wad. Okay.
Okay, so now I've got some money and I can choose at this point to spend that money if I want, or I can wait till later on in the round. I think I am going to spend that money now. It's 3 gold, so that is going to enable me to buy a bread and also a fish. And then we have to replenish the market. More bread. And yet more bread. So there's serious amounts of bread in there at the moment.
There is indeed.
Okay, that was the soldier. Sailor. Rich man. Poor man. Beggar man. Thief. Preacher. Pirate. Outlaw. Jailer. Old man. Young man.
I'm young man. Okay.
We haven't had that one so far either.
So, young man, if I zoom in on it here, basically allows me to take either the lowest value goods card and the lowest value money card, or any one goods or money card. So, so it's quite a flexible one, is young man. So there is a 1 and a 1, so I could end up with a 1 money and a 1 bread, or I could take that 5 gold, or there's a gem there. So probably the 5 gold is the most efficient thing to do. I put that into there, and with that 1 I've got earlier, actually that now gives me 6 that I could be spending. So what I will probably do is grab all those wine there, pop that in there, and I'll have a couple of those bread as well.
Yes, so you could, you can take change in Tabletopia, in Tinker Tailor. You can take change, but only if it's face up and available in the market. So you could have chosen to spend less money, but you decided to spend it all there. So fair enough. Okay, so that was the young man. Merchant. So I'm the merchant, which in this particular thing is not brilliant. I think what I might just as well do is take all of that bread, any one type of goods, as much as there is. Mm-hmm. So because in the game you're trying to get ideally 8 of every type of card. Would be nice, but not very practical. But that would be the aim.
So here we go. This is a particular card here. If I have one of these wines at the end of the game, if I have a look at this cloth here, as that was an obvious one. If I had one of these at the end of the game, it would only be worth 2. If I had 8 of these at the end of the game, it would be worth 54. So you're trying to get as many of the same thing as possible, but also one of everything gives you a bonus of 10. So at the moment I've got bread, I've got cloth, I've got wine, I've got gems. I haven't got any fish yet. So getting one or more sets of everything is good as well. So we need to replenish those cards. It's funny the way sometimes Tabletopia does odd things with the cards. They sort of half sink into the table and things.
Yes, on our Great Fire 2-player setup, one of the fire cones is half sunk into the table.
Stubbornly so, isn't it? There's one particular fire cone.
Which just won't stand up, and when you move it around the board, it persists in doing the same thing. I think I must go
back and do something about that sometime.
Okay, so have I been the merchant now? This is looking considerably better than what I had available, so that's annoying, but there we are. So merchant is quite a powerful card, but because it comes at the end of the order, you don't know when you choose it what will actually be available. Tailor is a much less powerful card, only lets you take one item, but you can be pretty confident what you can take because it's at the beginning in the rhyme.
Okay, well there's a... okay, so merchant, that's where we got to.
So merchant, which actor?
Well, I chose the actor, so I think being the merchant right now sounds like a very good plan. So it'll allow me to take all that cloth, which is quite a good turn there. Alright, so we just replace those now.
So at the moment it's fair to say you're in the lead. However, it's early days. I'm not going to despair yet a while, because we've each only had one go.
We have.
So, while I tidy this up, if you want to start.
Yeah, we'll start the next round.
Cards.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens here with if we get a lot more of these goods cards, because actually I'm starting to think it's going to fill up beyond what I've got at the bottom of the thing here, so we may well have to start just putting some of these cards onto the table which is often what people do in the actual real game. You tend to sort of put the goods cards down on the table in an order that other people can't really tell what they are, just because you start to get quite a handful. Right, so what in there, I'll take that one. I need one more, yeah. Okay, there we go. So 17 rolls.
You need to shuffle them.
Yeah, give it a quick shuffle.
I do love the way it looks like it's sort of quivering on the table.
And drawing 4 cards. Here we go. What do we got down there at the moment? It's a bit of a mixed bag of stuff at the moment there. Okay. Alright, we can have the witch, the merchant, and the outlaw. I'll keep that one.
Okay.
So
I have to take one of those 3.
yeah, I'm just going to move the table over here. I'm realising it's probably easier for everyone to see it. It's further over there. Zoom in a little bit on it.
So I'll give you those 2 back.
You discard one, and you had 3. You took one. So you discard one, you give me one, and then I add 3 to that.
Oh yes, so you do.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks. So I'll give you that one.
Okie dokie. So what that one is. Okay, and then I'm going to add 3 to my hand here. Okay, I'm going to give you old man, young man, and outlaw. I'll keep these 2 here.
And I get to add 1 more to that.
No, you choose from those 3.
Choose those 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
The right card back here. Let's get ready to start reading it out in a minute.
Okay, so I'll discard that one. And I will discard that one. Okay.
Okay then, right, we go. So, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief, Preacher is me. So, Preacher is another one we've not seen so far in this game. So what Preacher does is that, zoom in on that a moment, it allows you to draw the top 3 goods card. I take one, I discard one, and I will give one to Beggar Man or to Poor Man if they were around.
And they would have come out by this.
They would have come out by now, so we know that's not going to happen, which means I'm going to give one of these cards to the other, to one other player. It says, but I'm hoping, of course, that if I draw 3. Now this is the bit where obviously we start to find the mixing of hands slightly difficult here. But
yes,
for
I'm
now,
going to start to put some of my goods down on the table.
I think I will as well at the moment. Let's just see what I. Okay, here they shuffled. They arrived at the end actually, which is useful. So that means that I can see the ones that are different to what I had before. Okay, so I'm going to keep one of these. I'm going to discard one, and I'm going to give one away. Okay. Preacher is useful because it gives you at least 3 cards to choose from, and hopefully.
Very generous of you.
Let's have some bread. Well, I'll chuck some bread away as well, and I'll keep one of the object there. Okay. All right. So
it is possible sometimes to get other things than bread, but most of the time it's bread.
Okay. Pirate. Well, pirate is also me. Okay. So pirate gets to take. If I look at it a moment, any 2 cards from the markets. This could be either money or goods. And then what we're going to do. So I'll first of all look at those. We've got some gems here, which is nice. And there's a 4 gold over here. So I think what I'll do is I will take those gems and that 4 gold, but rather than replenishing them, which you normally do in Tinker Tailor, these get replaced by these pirate cards, which obviously reduces the choice for other players, especially if the other players are coming after you, which in this case Jane's 2 rolls are coming after me, so she limits her choice a little. Okay, now I've got 4 gold there, so I could use that to buy some stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get I'm going to take a fish like that, and I'm going to take 2 bread.
And those are replenished.
And these are replaced. Whenever you buy, those are always replaced. Like that. Oh, wrong one. Okay. So we've got some wine coming out now. That's slightly better. Carrying on with the rhyme then. I was up to pirate, so outlaw.
outlaw. That's me.
Yeah.
So the outlaw, you have to choose a player, name a type of good, and they have to give it you if they've got it. So I would like a gem, please.
Which is unfortunate. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Jailer, old man, young man, merchant.
That's me.
Okay.
I'm the merchant. So there's 2 lots of wine there, so that looks quite nice. So I shall take both of those.
Slightly better turn there for Jane.
Well, I sort of needed it after the last one, which was a bit disastrous.
Should we replace those cards? There we go. Okay. Right. And no, you've had both your rolls, so I don't need to bother with the rest of the rhyme because we've got to the end of it. So let me just gather all these roll cards up together. Is that one plugged in? I think we've both doing things at the same time. So let me just do that again. There we go. That's it. Put yours on. This one seems stuck in the table. Can you get hold of that one over there?
If you sort out the pile.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Why can we not get this one? Hang on, can I do something like... No, at the moment it's refusing to budge.
Oh, that's not happened before.
No.
I can't remember it ever having an object that got stuck in the table. That's very odd. What is it anyway?
It's the old man.
Ah. Now,
Got it. I got
right.
it. There it is. Put up. There it is.
Right, okay. So
Yeah, I'll go with that. You can grab that now.
I need to shuffle those.
Yeah.
And then I need to draw 4. Okay. Right, so I've chosen the one that I want. So I give the other 3 to you.
Yep.
So have a witch and a tailor and an outlaw.
Okay. Okay, let's have a look here.
One thing in the 2-player game, you do tend to get a lot more goods cards in your hand because you're playing 2 roles each compared to the when you're playing with more players. So in the real life version of the game, you do end up having to put things down on the table as we are here, just because there's a limit how many cards you can comfortably hold.
You're going first here, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll just remind me, I'll put that over there. So that's my discard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is the one I'm handing back to you. And you need to add 3 to that.
Okay. So I'll take that one. And then I'll draw 3 more.
So at the moment,
Ooh.
money is looking a little bit sparse. The goods are not brilliant. There's some wine here. Poor selection. These pirates will come off when pirate gets called. It's coming turn.
Okay, so I think I'll have that one. And I also need to discard one. So I shall discard this one. There we are. And I'm handing you back 2, is that right?
You are handing me. In a minute, I was first player, wasn't I? So you.
Right.
Yes, you hand me back 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have the Tinker and the Outlaw.
You discarded one. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh, there's something wrong with the maths there. Did we start off with 4? I'll give you 3. You get 1. You threw 1 away. How are there 2 left? That's a bit peculiar.
It is indeed.
So I'm just going to get rid of one of those for the moment. Give it a quick shuffle. And that's the discard over there. There's something very odd happened there. But I'm going to add to that one. Two more.
As I was first player.
You were first player? Okay. So I thought I was first player. Right, that's why I'm getting confused. Right. Okay, right, I've got 3 cards to choose from. Yeah. Yes, I should have had. Okay, let's have a look now. What have we got here? Match. Okay, let's have a look.
So I should have given you those 2 and added 1 more to it. That's what I should have done. Yes. When you design a game and you play test the game and then you take it to various conventions and demo the game and you play multiple games of it and you explain it to people and you're convinced after 4 days at Essen or something that you'll never ever forget all intricacies of the rules of the game.
Yeah,
but you do.
Yeah. It's often the case. You get lots of ones. Yeah, a lot of different games, a lot of different rules. Okay, right. Especially halfway through, quite often when you're demoing things, you tend to sort of just pull these 2 rolls to the end.
Yes, you're not entirely concentrating on winning. You're concentrating on thinking which roles haven't we had yet, which new things can I introduce into this, which other rule can I demonstrate.
Indeed. Right, good to go.
Okay, so Tinker Tailor.
I am Taylor. So Taylor's got stuck in the door. It's obviously a very sticky table, this one. Very peculiar going on there. There we are. Right, well, I'm going to have that wine, I think. Okay, let's get something else in instead.
Another wine.
Yep.
Excellent. And we need to turn this one over as well, don't we?
Yep. Flip it over. Okay.
So that was the Tailor.
Yep.
Soldier, Sailor.
I am Sailor. So Sailor is one we haven't had so far, so that means I can take 2 adjacent goods cards. Pirate cards count as adjacent, you can't take pirate cards. So I can take these 2 here, so I will take another bit of cloth and another wine.
Very nice.
And we
So
do
let me
replace
just
those.
throw
these into here. Oh, I'll leave these just to remind us what roles we've had.
Okay. So that was the Sailor.
Yep.
Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Preacher. So I am the preacher. So as you remember with preacher, you take 3 of the goods cards. You then get to keep 1, discard 1 and donate 1 to the beggar man or the poor man, neither of whom are in this round. So in that case it's then player's choice. So I could actually, I'm going to have to donate it to Richard. Had I actually had the beggar man or the poor man in my hand, then I would have got to keep that 1 for myself.
Yes, you can use those sort of combinations of cards in the 2-player game. Okay.
Discard that one. Okay, that was preacher. Then we have pirate. So as soon as pirate is mentioned, the pirate cards are removed.
Yep.
And are replaced, refilled. Similarly with the goods. And I am also the pirate. So I now get to take any 2 goods or money cards. So looking at what's there, it's not terribly enthralling actually at all. So I think I will take that 3 money, and I will also take a fish, and then put pirate cards in their place. Okay, that was pirate, outlaw, jailer, old man, young man.
But we've had both our roles, haven't we?
Oh, we have.
Yeah.
Right, end of turn.
End of turn. Now it is 40 minutes into this thing.
And we are actually halfway through the game.
No, 2/3 of the way through, because each player goes first player once.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 times, I mean, and I've been first player twice.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you. So there'll be one more complete round of us each being first player once to finish the game. But if we basically score it from where we are at the moment, just to show.
Okay, in which case I'll just spend my money
Yep.
quickly. It's always better to have goods rather than money. So I have a 3 gold there, which I'm going to use to buy another fish.
Yeah.
And another bread.
So in all, we probably would have another sort of 15 minutes or so game to finish this off. Normally, if we were straight into it from the beginning without giving an introduction, you can play a sort of the two-player game in around about that 40-45 minutes. But obviously, we've been telling you a bit about the game, and we've also been explaining things a little bit at the beginning. But just to round things off now, we'll start to count up. So the way it works is that you I'm going to get all the goods down of the same type here. And normally we'd line them all up. 5 of those. There's a couple of those there. Rather a lot of these. Eight of those. That's a full set of those. Got 3 of them. And all of them. Okay, so at the present moment in time, I had, I think it was 5, I think of 2, 3, yep, 5 bread. And we'll have a quick look at the bread here a minute, just zoom in on it so we can see what we're looking at here. 5 bread is worth 7, you see, so that's 7 with bread. I have only 2 fish, and that's just worth 3 points, so that's 10. I have a full set of cloths, that's 54, that's up to 64. I have 3 gemstones which are worth 12, so 64 is 76, and 1 gem is worth 4, which is 80. But I also have a full set, one full set of everything, so I finish the game on 90 points.
Okay, so I have a full set of bread.
Okay.
Which is
You got 8 bread. 8 bread is worth 18.
I've actually got 9 bread, but it doesn't help. It's only 8.8 bread that you count for.
Yeah.
Then I have 1, 2, 3 fish.
Yeah.
So that is an extra 6 points.
Okay.
So that's 24 in total. I have a cloth. So that is an extra 2 points. So that's 26.
Okay.
I then have 3 wine.
Yeah.
Which gives me 12 points, so
Yeah.
that's now 38.
Okay.
And then I have 2 gems,
Yeah.
which is another 8 points, so 46.
46.
And then in addition I've got 1 set of everything, so that's 56.
56. Okay.
So Richard beat me quite comprehensively in that particular thing. Had we had the extra 2 rounds, I might have managed to pull that back. But there was that one particular round where I did extremely badly and you did extremely well. So I was really playing catch up after that point.
Yeah.
Right, so that's Tinker Tailor in Tabletopia. So
Yeah.
I say, whereas the card game in the real world is quite easy to play with children, the Tabletopia mechanic for cards is a little bit more clunky.
Yeah.
So it might not be quite that easy. But as I say, if you want to go over to our website and order a copy of the actual card game,
Yes.
then it is something that children are quite good at. And Richard's certainly been
Yeah.
beaten by 7-year-olds before now.
Indeed,
So,
yes. So there we are. So we'll come back next week with one of our other games, and we'll have a bit of a playthrough of that next week, and we'll hope to see you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.